Welcome to the Wilderness Apprentice, the outdoor YouTube channel for people who have never been outdoors. In this video, we will be camping in a camper van, cooking and reviewing MREs, also known as ration packs, and lighting a fire with a flint and steel for the first time. Please comment down below for things you want to know, and leave a like and subscribe to see more. I'm Michael, welcome to the Wilderness Apprentice. This is a new YouTube channel. Started with the intention that I'm not an outdoor specialist by any means, but I really love the outdoors and want to get back into nature and to see things and to experience the countries that I've lived in, and enjoy the outdoors, and also put a bit of the lockdown weight on, and it's not quite shifted yet. It still hangs around, so my intention is to get a bit fitter, to explore the country, to see things, and with this YouTube channel I hope to prove that it's much easier to get outdoors than you would think. As I say, I'm not an expert. I've probably counted on my hands the amount of times I've actually been camping in my life. And today's exercise, we're going up north into the Scottish Highlands, and we're going to a place called which is a place I've been once before. It's a gorgeous location, and I'm going on easy mode for the first video here. I'm taking my little camper van that I bought 6 weeks ago now. It's an old Type 4 transporter. It has some issues, to say the least. It needs a little work done, but he's road legal now. He's on the road, and we're going to take him out for his first trip. I've started off with a camper van because it is the easy mode. We don't have tents, we don't have shelters to deal with, we don't really have to worry about any of that. We've got that covered. The van has a cooker, it has a sink, it has a fold-out bed, so we're kind of like making it a bit easier on ourselves if we need to on this first episode. And right now I'm on the M9 in Stirling, just outside Stirling, and we're going to turn off up to the 82 and head to the Highlands. So, as so often the case is with these older vans, we have a light on, an oil warning light, but you can see it's done a fair bit of miles. So I did check the oil the other day, so I'm kind of hoping this is just the sensor that's broken rather than something actually being wrong. But we're going to go and check. As we expected, Vincent is absolutely fine. The light's gone out now. Checked his oil, absolutely fine. So just an old van being an old van. At and I've got the spot that I wanted. As I say, I've been here once before, and this is a really good spot to sit. It's right by the loch. The loch's right here, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But yeah, it's a perfect camping spot. It's literally just off of a road, so it's really easy to access. And usually I think during the summer you have to pay to park here overnight. I think it's £4 a night or something you have to pay to the national park. So the Loch Lomond and Trossachs National Park, just to be precise. But yeah, I think in the winter you only have to pay between March and October. Anything outside of those months you don't have to pay, because you'd have to be off your head to camp here, I think. But we are off our heads, and we're proving that this is easy no matter what time of year. Obviously I have a camper van with me this time, but I think next week my wife and I are going to go out camping. I'm not sure if we're going to take the van or if we're going to actually get a tent out. But I think what's up next is to cook some dinner and well, not some dinner, some lunch, I suppose, and just chill out, get ourselves set up, get ourselves bedded in, and maybe crack out with a book. In case anyone wants to come to this spot, you join me now from the back of Vincent. He's all lit up now, he looks good. This is what it looks like, and it is truly a special spot. Now we're here, we're going to get into some lunch, and to make camping as easy as possible for me this time, and to again make it just so that, you know, it's not complicated, you don't have to worry about bringing fresh ingredients or bringing stuff to cook. I took inspiration from another YouTube channel called Steve 1984 MRE. I'll link it down below so you can watch it in your own time. But what Steve does is he reviews military rations. You know, this is he tends to go for old military rations, but he reviews all sorts of military rations all over the world, and they are extremely convenient. So I have bought some from an online store. I think I just got them. If I can remember where I got them from, I'll put a link down below. But I have the British military ration, the 24-hour ration pack from 2023. So it's all still very well within date, which is not always the case with Steve's content. But for either dinner or lunch, I have a beef burrito style filling with rice. I have spicy sausage and potato wedges. I have an all-day breakfast for tomorrow morning, which is good. And I have a bunch of other stuff that comes in these. So you've got some barbecue peanuts, you have some coconut biscuit bites, you have what's lovingly referred to as orange flavour cake, which sounds incredibly appetizing. I have chocolate and orange mini cookies, which they actually do sound very good. And you have a bunch of different drinks here. So you've got energy drink powders, you've got hot chocolate, you've got more energy drink powders, fruit flavoured powder, which fruit is yet to be determined, but a fruit of some description, and some snacks. You have some tropical fruit and nut mix, and I'm sure there's more in here. What's in here? We have some water purification tablets. I don't think I'll need those on this trip, but you know, they might come in handy for the future. I have some peanut butter, which I'm not sure that goes with any of the other stuff that's here, but we have peanut butter. We have tutti frutti flavoured powdered drink again. I wonder how that differs from fruit flavoured drink. Maybe it's the same thing. And these, so we have some matches. So I'm not going to try and use these. I'm going to try and light a fire later on when it gets a bit darker and a bit colder. But these are my backup. If my flint and steel that I've got that I'm going to try and use, which I've never used before, doesn't work, we're going to back up to these guys. And a bunch of tea and coffee and stuff. So I think on the agenda, I quite fancy the spicy sausages and potato wedges. So I think that's going to be lunch. So we're going to heat up some lunch and have a bit of food. I have just bought, again, to make things simpler and to make them as easy as possible, I bought this. So Vincent does have a stove fitted, however there's a bit of work that I need to do to get that up and running, and apparently there's new safety standards where I need to install basically like a bomb-proof box in the van to store the gas bottle in. So instead of that, I bought one of these. So this was 20 quid from a local camping store in Kirkcaldy, and it literally folds away, so you can extend it out like this to make a stove, and then you just dump it on the top of here and turn, and voila, you have a stove. So this is what we're going to be cooking on. I do have a couple of pots and pans in here. So got a pot. So I'm going to boil up some water in this and then put the MRE in it to heat up. So yeah, we'll cut back to that when it's done. And right, lunch should be ready. So 7 minutes in boiling water. I'm going to take it out and see what it looks like. Put this down here just to be safe. Feels nice and warm, at least. So obviously you can eat these directly from here. However, I'm going to put it out into the bowl so we can see it. Oh wow. So there you are. There is some, what is this one? Spicy sausage and potato wedges from courtesy of the British Army ration pack. So, let's get into it. It's hot. It's not bad actually. Really hot. There's a potato. Let's see if we can find a bit of sausage. Reminiscent of canned beans on toast as a kid. Very much what it's like. And also, we have some of the fortified drink powder as well. Sorry, energy drink powder. Okay, that leaves a lot to be desired, that one. It's like a really, really bland blackcurrant juice, like blackcurrant squash or blackcurrant diluting juice, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, not the best, but hey, it's easy, and that's the main thing for this trip. So I'm going to get tucked into some lunch, and we'll catch up later. How are you? Now that we're done with lunch, I think we're going to move on to just chilling out for a bit. So yeah, I think I'm just going to sit and read my book. I have this, The Lighthouse Witches by C.G. Cook. I'm almost finished this actually, and if I do finish it, I actually have another one here, The Time Traveller's Guide to Medieval England. Now, that sounds like a weird book, and it probably is a weird book, but apparently it's like a, you know, like a how to live in the Middle Ages, and it sounds quite interesting, so we'll see how that goes. But first of all, we're reading this in this C.G. Cook book. I've read one of hers before, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called, but fantastic author, really quite interesting little stories. You know, they're kind of not based in reality, they're set in Scotland and in Iceland, so you know, I've got a bit of a fascination with that. So yeah, worth a read. You can pick them up in most stores. I think I got this one at the airport, but the original one that I bought of hers was from this place, Rare Birds Bookshop on Stockbridge in Edinburgh. So well worth checking out that store. It's got lots of great female authors, and some books you won't pick up in most stores, so well worth a look. But yeah, so we're just going to sit back, relax, and just take in the scenery here. Oh, you just bit the fish in the market, like? Right. When it comes to making a fire out here, it's advised to bring your own, because there are laws around cutting trees down and stuff in Scotland. So we have wood. I have another bag there, and I'm just going to chop some up into strips for some kindling. And to get the fire going, I have some of this, which is just cotton wool with Vaseline, which is a trick that I've seen on the Outdoor Boys. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's see if we can get a fire going. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I'm just doing what seems sensible. Okay, for a fire you need little pieces, you need bigger pieces, and you need bigger pieces again. So we're going to cut some stuff up. We're going to use the cotton balls to see how that lights, and if that goes well, then you know, well, we'll know what to do for the future. But this could be wrong. So again, we're just learning as we go here. No idea what I'm doing, just trying to light a fire the old-fashioned way. Well, kind of the old-fashioned way. Yeah, see how we go. So it's starting to get a bit cold now. Got the fire going, got some tea on. We're having the beef burrito style filling with rice, which sounds delicious. And then we're going to follow it up with some of this. Some of the orange flavour cake, which yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's a nice night, some nice people camping nearby. Young couple called Jess and Liam, and a couple of guys up fishing up the top there. In fact, the guys fishing, they've got a TikTok channel, Pink Pike Fishing, I think. I'll link them down below so we can all follow each other, be mutual. But it's a nice night here in Scotland. It's a bit cold. It's starting to drop now. It was fine up until about an hour ago, but as soon as the light goes, the heat goes with it. So it's down to about, I don't know, 5 or 6 maybe. It's not terribly cold, but cold enough that you notice. So a bit of dinner and come in, just chill out. Still got the book here to read, so we're just having a good old time. The fire went surprisingly smoothly. I was quite impressed with that. To the point where these guys camping next to me thought that I was a pro, so I must be doing something right. Little did they know. So yeah, we'll see how things go tonight, but be back with dinner in about, I don't know, 5 minutes. Ooh. So we're just going to eat from the bag for dinner because I can't be asked to do any more dishes, so I'm just going to go for it. Where's my spoon? Trusty spoon. That's nice. Well, that one's better. It's actually got a bit of kick to it. Not massively, but it's a little bit. That one gets the thumbs up. Let's talk sleeping setup. So I have my mat here. So Vincent's pillows are away getting refurbished, so we're a bit basic today. We have the sleeping mat and we have this sleeping bag, which is a Fathom EV300. Got it from Tiso. As you can see, not that long ago. As you see, it was in the sale, £55. Apparently it's safe down to -5. That's what it's comfortable at, so we'll see how we go on. It's not that cold tonight, as I said, so hopefully it's going to be just fine. Right, now the bed setup, let's have a look at this then. Let's have a look at the orange flavour cake. See what we got on that. Bit of dessert. I don't know what to expect from this. It's in date. It's good until August next year, apparently. Fairly suspect looking cake, but I think the best word to describe that is dense. Tastes alright, but it is extremely dense. It's just like wet flour, like, oh, really thick. I'm not going to be able to finish this. Just too thick. Save some of that for later, I think. I might go and socialise for a bit with some of the people around about. I might read my book, get into bed, and yeah, I'll check in with you guys before I go to sleep. Okay, well it's getting quite late here now. Met up with some folk that are camping nearby and had a few glasses of wine with them, just chatting away. So it's been quite a sociable event, which is not what I expected, but pleasant. So yeah, I'm back in the van now. Gonna get the lights turned off and get off to sleep. So yeah, see you in the morning. Morning. So, just woke up. It's about 8 o'clock. Slept okay. I think there's the takeaway here. The pillows are missing from Vincent, which didn't help it. This solid wood is not very comfortable. The lie mat really didn't do much, so I think I need to invest in something else for real camping. And I forgot a pillow, so I'm sleeping on the fleece, which, you know, it keeps moving. Which kept waking me up, so that wasn't brilliant either. So yeah, a couple of lessons to be learned there, but overall not so bad. Could be worse. We're gonna get up, make some breakfast, and head down the road. Yeah, we're up, made some breakfast. Got some all day breakfast to contend with now, so I mean, it doesn't look the best, but I don't know if you can see that, it's like sausages and beans and stuff, so oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good, that. Big fan of that. So as I was on the drive home now, you know, that was a great wee trip to start things off. Made a couple of new friends, lovely couple called Liam and Jess from Liverpool, up on their way to Shetland to the Up Festival. So yeah, sat around the campfire having a couple of wines. Also met a few guys from down in Stranraer. I think they're called the Pink Pikers on TikTok. So they were just out there fishing. So lovely guys. Yeah, really nice to meet all those people, and not what I was expecting. You know, I was expecting to just be myself and camping away, but it's always nice to meet friends. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So just driving back down now, probably going to take about just over an hour or so. It's a bit of a miserable, overcast day here in the Highlands, which is pretty typical, to be honest. But you know, it's been lovely overall. I've learned some lessons. We need a new roll mat for any sort of camping. That one that I have clearly is not good enough. I need to get a pillow because, you know, forgetting a pillow was horrendous yesterday for sleep comfort, I must say. But overall, it was a success. You know, the ration pack was quite good, and it turned out I quite enjoyed that. I think I enjoyed the simplicity more than anything. Just being, you know, not having to worry about ingredients and cutting things up and dealing with all the waste that's created. You've just got boil in the bag, easy as that. Obviously not the most gourmet of meals, but it'll do. And if I was to rate them, I think from that menu, I can't remember what menu it is. I could maybe figure that out, but There was spicy sausage and potato wedges for lunch yesterday. I mean, that was probably the worst of the three. Then we had beef burrito style filling with rice for dinner, and that was better. That was better. The all-day breakfast, I must admit, that's my favourite. I think that's gone down as the best one out of the three of them. And yeah, I think I would happily have that one again on its own, but it's not something. I think you get these things as a menu with 3 meals included for the 24-hour ration. So I'll always try and look out for one that's got the all-day breakfast. Maybe it was nice to have that this morning. The coffee, that does leave quite a lot to be desired. To be honest, it's exactly what you think it is. It's hot and it's wet and it does the trick, but it's not the best coffee you're ever going to have, that's for sure. In terms of the snacks and stuff that came with it, the chocolate orange mini cookies sounded phenomenal. Turned out to actually be like moisture removing from your mouth. They weren't the nicest things in the world. But as dense as the orange flavour cake was, it was actually quite nice. The flavour of it was quite good. It was just a bit dense and a bit chewy for a cake, but it was still quite good. The fruit and nut mix I've still got back there. I probably don't eat as much as a soldier in a war zone, so I'm not quite as hungry. So I don't really need those extra calories. I'm not really bothered about that. But I'll keep them there, and they might come in handy on a next trip. So some lessons learned, some nice little memories made, and yeah, heading back home. So until next week, guys, thanks for watching the Wilderness Apprentice and my first YouTube video, and I'll see you next time.